Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. I'm Maria Lobato, the Sacred Alchemist, and I am letting my heart speak. So I want to talk about something that is very dear to me, which is stepping into our own power. So I've been controlled by fear most of my life. All my actions were based on something I was afraid of, although I didn't realize I was doing it, but I was doing it. I was reacting to situations without taking a step back, without thinking, and that was affecting my whole life. So for the most part of my life, I was very, very unhappy. And I'm not proud to say that, but that's what it is. And I know there are a lot of people out there that have the same sort of life that I did. I wasn't aware of the choices I was making. I wasn't aware that I was basing those choices on fear. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of rocking the boat. I was afraid of speaking my truth. I was afraid of even being feminine. I was afraid of my sexuality. I was afraid of my spirit guides. I was afraid of everything. Not even talking about spiders because yeah, I'm afraid of spiders too. But I changed. It took a while, but I changed. I stepped into my power. I started looking fear in the eye and saying, "You do not control me. I control you." I started investigating, doing shadow work, investigating what was behind my fears, what was the mental pattern behind it, what happened in my childhood or even past lives that made me fear this sort of situation or this or that. So I investigated all my fears. I investigated who was actually afraid. And guess what? When you start investigating, there's no one there. Your true self, your heart is never afraid. So fear must come from somewhere else. So it took me a while. It wasn't an easy peasy process. It took me a while. It was hard. I had to face a lot of uncomfortable discoveries about myself, about this person that I thought I was, but it gave me the opportunity to change. It gave me the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm no longer be controlled by fear. It's like that book I read a few years ago about feel the fear, but do it anyway. Something like that. It's a wonderful book. I totally recommend it. It means that all of these things that I've gone through, the book, they all come to the same conclusion. We're still living in a human body, right? We still have a mind. We're always going to have this ego talking to us all the time. But it doesn't control us. And once we understand that where all these thoughts and patterns are coming from, when we understand that they're not real, they're just illusions, we can look at fear in the eye and we can say, not anymore. So when you do this, you finally step into your power. And when I speak of power, many people have some trouble with what it means. Because they think that power is to be like to be on top of somebody else, to control somebody else, to be more, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Inner power, true empowerment, comes from your heart, comes from the understanding that you're not just a person, you're not just the ego. It comes from a place of love, not fear. And the more you get yourself to be empowered, you get yourself to look fear in the eye. And the more you move forward and express yourself, speak your truth, the more compassion you have for others. So it's not a power in the terms of controlling other people or situations. You actually start losing control because it doesn't really matter anymore. Control comes from fear. When you're truly empowered and you're truly in your own power, You own yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself, and it's impossible to do that if you don't do that for others. So yeah, I lived controlled by fear for 40 years. But guess what? I'm not living like that anymore. And if I managed to do that, to break free, to look fear in the eye and say, never again, then what stops you? So I'd like you to take a challenge. Think about, what are you afraid of? And every time it comes up, look at it in the eye, investigate it. Ask, where is this coming from? Who's actually feeling the fear? What is this fear? Is it fight or flight? Is it something that it's really real and I might die or be injured? That's something different. Yeah, that sort of fear, you really need to listen. You really need to be taking precautions and being careful. But I'm talking about the illusion of fear that controls our all lives. Investigate it. Where is it coming from? Is it just a sensation in your body? Is it just the adrenaline coming up? Or is it just thoughts? Because all of those pass, all of those disappear. They're connected to thoughts, they limit you. But are those thoughts yours? Are those thoughts real? Is it who you are? So I'd love you to take this challenge and start questioning. And I think that you're going to realize that you don't have to be controlled anymore. You have a say, you have a voice, you have a heart, and they will always, always guide you. So I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment on the comment section below and let's get the conversation going. Until my next video, I'm letting my heart speak with love from mine to yours. Have a wonderful day.